Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Let's go to our military map. For today there was no major change on the front lines. However, as you can see, we already crossed this water storage and we are already in Borova, as I told you before, and probably we're gonna go to Svatove over here and also to the north here to Troitsk. Russia is getting prepared for our possible counterattack in this territory. The problem with Troitsk that we don't have the direct road to that place, and Russia uses this railroad that goes through the Troitsk city all across the Lugansk region to the Russian army, and also they use this main road over here for more supplies. But mainly for Russia it's the railroad transport, so our target is to cut this supply for Russians. We can already fire towards this place using the rocket artillery systems. It's around 43 kilometers away from the safe point of Ukrainian territory. And Russia now move reinforcements to build a defense line near to the city, so I do not expect that we're gonna reach this city, Troitsk, with the same pace as we did in Kharkiv region over here. But still, I think it's the #1 target for Ukrainian army in this region, and we're gonna take control over that city, and later on we're gonna advance to Svatova, which is on the south. And now we have already rainy season. I watched the forecast, so almost all the months will have some of the rains, so Ukraine used the proper time for the counterattack on Kharkiv area, since there was a quite warm and dry weather. Here I think mainly we need to use roads for our counterattack. So here we have the main road that is leading directly to Svatove from Kupen city, but before I think still we need at least to use the rocket artillery system to cut Troitsky supplies and later on to cut Svatove. Or you may say to take this city under our control and this one as well, and Russia would lost the supply lines for the other part of Lugansk area. The north part of Lugansk region is not very populated, that is why we expect to have some of the high rate of offensive here. However, this is very populated area, my friends. Lugansk itself, Alchevsk, Severodonetsk and Lysychansk, Donetsk, Horlivka and Slavansk-Kramatorsk. Here you may find lots of cities that may slow down our counteroffensive action. So the target #1 remains getting control over the Kharkiv territory. Still we have this part, and now we are offensing towards Liman, my friends. So still from Radiogorodok, from Yampil and from this part. Yes, we got the information that we took Liman under our control, but that is not confirmed. It is still under control by Russian forces, and they withstand huge counterattacks of Ukraine, and I think that they have private military campaigns deployed there. But you know, nowadays private military campaigns of Russia hire prisoners from Russian prisons. Mostly prisoners in Russia have anti-government attitude, so if you let them free, they will do some massacres here in Ukraine, but they will not fight till the end. Still, I think there are not many prisoners for now in the private military campaigns of Russia, but they would hire more, and some of the prisoners may use this time just to run away from Russia to get freedom. So yes, as you can see, Liman is temporarily controlled by Russian forces. They also put defense lines over here, and Crimea, we got the information that Russian forces run away from the city, but it's not being confirmed. Russians still control this territory, and they control, unfortunately, Bilohorivka. We also got the information that it was a Ukrainian counterattack there. Now, my friends, we should stop for a while. If we will just continue with the same pace as we did in Kharkiv, we're gonna extend our supply lines and everything may just go catastrophic for Ukrainian army. That is why we need to take a breath, stop right now, get more supplies, put artillery, take Russian ammunition that we were able to capture in Kharkiv region, and then continue little by little. Yeah, you may compare it with some sort of gambling. Then you are winning, it's better to secure your income, and then maybe if the situation will let you continue next day, next month, who knows. On the south, there is no big movement, my friends. However, the fighting is ongoing for Bruskinske, so I would say no movement at all. Here, it was a report about Kiselivka that Ukraine took this village under control, but honestly, it's the Russian-controlled temporary controlled territory for now. I understood that even if we got the information from Ukrainian or Russian officials, you need to double or triple check that one, because those guys may also receive that information from the publics or unconfirmed sources. So it was reported from Ukrainian official side that we took Kiselivka, and actually we didn't. Our success on the south will not be as fast as in Kharkiv, basically because Russians are jammed here. They cannot go and free this territory. No, we're gonna push them. They are trapped basically, and we're gonna push them little by little, and obviously they will resist. That is why we have local resistance from Russians. But with modern weapons delivered to Ukraine by our Western allies, we're gonna finally push them away, but it's the long-term process. Yesterday, Russia attacked the Kryvyi city. It's quite a big one, and Russia used strategic bombers to fire Ha-101 rockets to target the dam over there. So here's the water storage. We have water reservoir for the city itself, and here's the dam that was damaged and partially destroyed. All of this water went to this city, to all of those districts over here, and this river name is Ingulets. It goes all across the territory, the Ukrainian territory, and also across the front lines. Also, I think Ukraine put some of the pontoon bridges, and in that way Russia could potentially destroy those bridges. But I think the main goal for them was just to put fear to Ukrainian society that Russia has mighty power even to flood the city. Actually, just a tiny part of the city was flooded. Now we have humanitarian problem in that city, and some of the people lost their homes. That is why our government works hard to provide shelter for civilians there, also food, water, everything. Even though Russia lost this major part of the previously controlled territory in Kharkiv region, still they attempting to get Donetsk region under their control with the small attacks all across these front lines using small groups of soldiers. And we resist their attacks, and during the last 2 weeks they were unable to get more territory of the Donetsk region. And before we go to the latest news and events, let me introduce you the sponsor of today's video. The sponsor obviously is you, my friends, who are watching me right now. Thank you so much for it. Stay awesome, and please don't forget to press the like to this video. My friends, let's continue watching. Awesome news coming from Germany. They will give Ukraine 50 of the armored vehicles together with Mars rocket artillery systems and many rockets for them. And we have this meme about Germany. My German followers, I know that you are awesome, so I hope you'll take this humor. So here we have the map of Ukraine. Russia invaded, now Russia retreated more. Okay, Ukraine is free. It's time to give the RST. So it's the meme, but obviously we have a great support from Germany with the Panzerhaubitze 2000, with the Gepard tanks. We have many of them, 24 already. We'll have RST very, very soon. Armored vehicles, so Germany actually helps a lot. And yes, I'm really happy about the Germany now. Chancellor Scholz, I think, changed his mind and started to push hard on Russia. The head of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, went to Kiev today, so this is Kiev, and they spoke with President Zlansky about the financial support of our country, and the European Union will give some money for our economy, and also will have around $100 million, United States dollars, to restore some of the schools in Ukraine, because as you know, Russia also used those schools for their bases, and sometimes they demolish those schools on Ukrainian controlled territory. And this is a Russian customs building near to Ukrainian border in Belgorod region. and I think Russians should give up smoking. This is the Russian base near to Novakhovka that was demolished today using HIMARS rocket artillery system, and that is what left from Russian vehicles on that territory. Totally demolished. Russian Lend-Lease in action. We were able to capture lots of vehicles and ammunition, and also that will be used by Ukrainian army. Lots of stuff, my friends. Wow, great news. European Parliament just green-lighted 5 billion euros. So we have the information, I think, from the media journalist, and it's great. 5 billion may help a lot to Ukraine. I think it's the credit we need to pay back later on, but we need firstly to win this war. Last night, on the way from Kharkiv to Kiev, President Vladimir Zlansky went to the car accident. Just to remind you, President Zlansky attended Izum city that was freed from Russian occupiers. And here we have the driver who was injured. He was driving some sort of Volkswagen Beetle, the new version of it, a quite rare car to see, and it just hit with the cartridge of our president. Obviously, we'll have investigation of this accident, and now we have the suspect. He's free, but we have some of the rumors stating that he was drunk, but it's better not to believe them for now. You can see our workers try to restore the dam that was damaged in Kryvyi Rih. Lithuania will give us those armored vehicles. Awesome help from Lithuania as well. Thank you. Awesome news from United States of America. They now announce of their intentions to give Ukraine the weaponry that will allow to take the vast parts of the territories on a long range under Ukrainian control. And I think those would be ATACMS rockets for HIMARS and M270 rocket artillery systems. We're gonna see it for sure. This picture was taken in unrecognized Republic of Donetsk, so those guys are probably the soldiers of that republic, and we are here not laughing about the people with disabilities or people that have special needs, like this guy who is kind of short. Yes, we may admit it, but it also says that that unrecognized republics put everyone, every male to their army. And I have more questions to this guy. He looks like a hobo in that uniform, and this guy, he looks so cringy. And if those guys would be captured during the fighting, Russia will not exchange them for Ukrainian prisoners. Why? Because they fight for the self-proclaimed republics. They basically don't have any rights, and they were forcibly put to army. In their best case, they'll have Kalashnikovs or machine guns, something like that, but not heavy armor is given to those kind of soldiers. Some of the aviation news, my friends. It was a secret flight of Wizz Air Airlines from Lviv airport. Then their airplane was stuck for more than 6 months. It was a flight to one of the Poland cities, Katowice. Obviously, it's a good sign, and I think my airline also should think to get our airplanes away from our home base, Boryspil Airport, to fly elsewhere in Europe for the wet lease for other airlines. It's just my guess. Probably it's impossible to achieve nowadays. Because yes, Lviv is very close to the border and Boryspil is far away. This is the engine from Iranian drone that was shot down in Yemen in 2021, and here are the modern day pictures of the same engine, and probably we shot down Iranian drone once again. It could be the second Iranian drone that shot down in Ukraine, and it looks very similar to Rotek's engine, but it's not. My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation here in Ukraine, and now please don't forget to press the like to this video, and also if you want to support this channel financially, there are the links under this video just below. You may support me on Patreon, PayPal or Donatella, whichever you like. Those of you who support me, my friends, you are awesome. Thank you so much for your help. And my friends, I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.